Coming up on Sports Night.
We head to Martin Stadium, where field hockey has rattled off an impressive winning streak.
Men's soccer has an undefeated streak of its own and earned national recognition.
And volleyball battles through some of its toughest competition of the season with back-to-back 5-set matches. Well, Raghav, it's been quite the summer, but I'm so happy to be back in Evanston.
I couldn't agree more, Leo. What could be better than spending my Thursday night anchoring with you?
Well, I can think of a couple things.
Oh.
But we don't have time for that.
It's Sports Night right now. Welcome on into Sports Night. My name is Raghav, Khosla, and I'm joined by Leo Tesler for what should be a scintillating first show back.
I don't know about scintillating, but it will definitely be dynamic. Well, before we get ahead of ourselves, I know you guys see something different.
Well, I didn't get a haircut or anything.
Not everything's about you. As you may have noticed, we are in a temporary studio, which we will be in while our regular studio gets remodeled.
We plan on making our return to the new facility by the start of next quarter, so Sports Night Country, stay hyped.
For now, we stay locked on fall sports, and it's already been an electric beginning to the year.
Let's get a quick recap of what we've missed so far, top play style.
Number 3, it's the Field Hockey Cats tied 2-2 against number 20 Duke. Senior Chloe Relford finds the back of the net for the go-ahead score. Wildcats have 5 ranked wins this year. This one a moment from a stellar season thus far.
Number 2, men's footy tied with Northern Illinois. Lake Cross comes in, finds Route Brown, volley himself, and drills the 89th minute winner. Straight chills for another top 25 team.
At number 1, NU was down as many as 21 points, but Ben Bryant caps off the OT win with a throw to tight end Charlie Mangieri. Wildcats get the thrilling walk-off win under the lights for their first Big Ten win of the season.
The Wildcats came into last weekend at 2-2, fresh off the comeback win under the lights. But coming up against the number 6 team in the nation, the Nittany Lions of Penn State. Could the Cats pull off the upset? The 6th-ranked Nittany Lions came into town Saturday morning. Northwestern getting ready here, and boy did they start off strong. The Cats forced a fumble on the opening kickoff, and the drive turned into a field goal for the Cats to go up 3-0. Late in the first quarter, the Nittany Lions trying to counter on this drive, but Allers' pass is denied by the Cats. Penn State is held to a field goal, and they tie it up at 3 apiece. Flash forward to the Cats now on the 1-yard line, and quarterback Ben Bryant sneaks it in for the touchdown. Northwestern on top, 10-3. Wouldn't be for long. Low snap to Aller, but doesn't matter. Trey Potts runs it in 13 yards straight into the end zone to even the score going into halftime. And things went downhill from there. Penn State adds a few scores in the third. Here's one of them. Bang! Aller to Singleton, touchdown. Still in the third, Wildcats trying to start a comeback deep into Penn State territory, down huge. Penn State gets the massive defensive stop, and Coach Braun is forced to send out Jack Olson and the special teams for a 28-yard field goal, and the damage continues for Northwestern. Here is yet another touchdown for the Nittany Lions. It's a run by Singleton, putting up Penn State 34-13. Brendan Sullivan entered the game for an injured Ben Bryant. He gets out of the pocket and connects with Penn State. A fitting way to end the game as Penn State roars onto a 41-13 victory in Evanston. The Cats will grace Ryan Field yet again this Saturday for homecoming weekend as alumni return to watch a matchup against Howard University.
Off the gridiron, some major news this morning in the fallout of the Northwestern football hazing scandal. The attorneys for former head coach Pat Fitzgerald, who was fired for cause in July, held a press conference in Chicago where they announced Fitzgerald is suing the university and President Michael Schill for $130 million in damages. In the 51-page suit, Fitzgerald's legal team claims that the university violated its contract with Fitzgerald and defamed his character. His lawyers maintain that Fitzgerald had no knowledge of hazing occurring within the program and that firing him, Northwestern has, quote, exacted terrible, measurable costs to Fitzgerald and his family. In a statement to NNN Sports, Northwestern spokesperson John Yates telling NNN Sports in part, quote, We remain confident that the university acted appropriately in terminating Fitzgerald, and we will vigorously defend our position in court. Northwestern recently hired former U.S. Attorney General Loretta Lynch to lead an investigation into the culture of the athletic department and anti-hazing procedures. Northwestern says that report will be made public when it is complete. We'll continue to provide updates as this story develops.
And in other football news, next week, the Evanston Land Use Commission will vote on the highly anticipated Ryan Field renovation proposal. The stadium proposal would pave the way for demolition of the current stadium after the 2023 season. The commission is also expected to vote on whether the rezone of the area around Ryan Field, which would allow Northwestern to host 6 concerts at the new venue. This aspect of the plan has been met with the most skepticism amongst the Evanston community. Critics of the stadium plan worry about the noise and traffic that will come on concert nights, which the university says will help the new venue make profit outside of the handful of home sporting events Northwestern hosts each year. Stadium detractors have been vocal at previous Land Use Commission hearings and have protested the project. On the other hand, Northwestern stadium developers estimate the new stadium commission would create $208 million for local minority-owned and women-owned businesses and provide 2,900 jobs. All eyes will be on the vote, which will determine the future of Ryan Field and is set to take place on October 11th.
When we come back, we'll have the latest on Northwestern's hardwood teams as covered by the SportsNight team.
Ready, set, Nano!
Welcome back to Sports Night. The excitement of fall sports at Northwestern is never ending, so you know we've got a ton more to cover.
Let's shift lakeside and talk about a top 5 team in the nation. Northwestern's field hockey team is currently ranked 4th, and to get to that position, they had to go through the state of Michigan, starting with the Spartans. The 3rd-ranked Cats hosted Michigan State on Friday at Lakeside Field. Northwestern looked to finish their final 4 conference games in convincing fashion. After a scoreless first quarter, Peyton Halsley from the corner to Aaliyah Marshall, who assists Maya Zivojnovic. The nice setup from Marshall allows Zivojnovic to score her 8th goal of the season and give the Cats a 1-0 lead just 96 seconds into the second quarter. Taking it to the 3rd quarter, and now begins the Northwestern barrage. Here's some great defense to offensive teamwork on display. A steal from Lane Herbert is fed to Halsley, who assists Ella Kokonis for the goal. Her 2nd goal of the season extends the Northwestern lead 3-0. Just moments later, first-year phenom Olivia Bent-Cole scores off a deflection from Marshall. That was Marshall's 2nd assist of the game, and meanwhile Cole's 6th goal of the season. Cats now up 4-0. Now in the 4th, it's the penalty corner for the Cats. Zivojnovic scores her 2nd goal of the contest. That goal puts her tied at the top with Halsey for most Wildcat goals this season with 9. The final blow for Northwestern comes from yet another corner. This time it's Ilsa Traum, who scores the beautiful goal off the assist by Lauren Wattis. The Cats dominated the Spartans in this clinical performance, setting season-high marks in points, goals, assists, shots on goal, and shots in total. Northwestern had double the number of penalty corners than Michigan State and had double the numbers of shots in the 6-0 victory. They also extended the winning streak to 13 straight over their East Lansing foes.
The Wildcats followed that up with a game against another Michigan foe, this time the number 15 Michigan Wolverines. And the Wildcats came out the gates hot, including this from Ilsa Trump off Aaliyah Marshall penalty. And they get a do-over. Will they capitalize? This time it's Marshall sending it over to Maya Zivojnovic, and that one goes off the crossbar. The Wildcats pile on 15 shots in the first half to Michigan's 2, but the score still stands 0-0 heading into the break. And Michigan starts to figure it out a bit in the 3rd period. Kelsey Ravello off the penalty, maneuvers through the defense, but that shot sails wide. And with the score still 0-0 late in the fourth, the Wildcats get their chance. Olivia Bent-Cole on the run finds Lauren Wattis, and she scores it. The senior's first goal of the year off the pass from the talented freshman. With just 5 minutes remaining, the Wolverines couldn't put one home, and the Wildcats took this one with a 1-0 final score. After taking both matchups, the 11-win Cats will travel to Iowa City to take on the number 3 ranked Hawkeyes on Friday. Moving from one great team to another, men's soccer looked to extend its unbeaten streak against Maryland on the road before coming home to face Green Bay. Coming off a 4-2 victory over Ohio State, Northwestern looks to continue their hot start to the season, taking on the Maryland Terrapins. The Cats aim to beat the Terrapins in College Park for the first time since 2019. Just over 6 minutes in, Maryland with an early opportunity. Nice build-up play through the midfield and a laser of a shot by Alex Nitzel that goes off the crossbar. Later in the first half, Colin McAmey with a free kick from 10 yards outside the box, curling one into the near post, but Seeger steals it away. Closing stages of the opening 45, Northwestern threatening. Paul Sun, nifty move, dribbling through defenders inside, finds Gajadahar, laying it off to McAmey, and what a goal! A left-footed strike beats the goalkeeper, opening a 1-0 lead late in the first half for Northwestern. And the Cats would hang on to the one-goal cushion thanks to McAmey heading into the break. Back from the half, Maryland looking to play the ball out of the back. A mistake from Seeger. McAmey picks it up in the midfield, playing it over to Gajadahar, who pushes it forward to Thagard. Thagard turning and sniping the bottom corner, beating Seeger's near post, doubling Northwestern's lead. Maryland looking to open its account late, cross into the box, flicked onto the foot of Martin, but Wayman says no, coming up strong to keep the clean sheet. And that would do it. Wayman's 7 saves, Gajadahar's 2 assists, and McAmey's rocket in the first half power Northwestern to another victory. Unbeaten through the first 10 games for the first time since 2008. UW Green Bay traveled to Martin Stadium Tuesday night to take on the number 12 Wildcats. First shot of the contest on the way, long ball into the box for the Cats. Nigel Prince gets a head on it. Nifty first touch from Justin Weiss, cuts around the defender, but the shot wouldn't be strong enough. Cats on the attack again, 25 minutes in, movement in the 18, and Fritz Volmar launches a shot right to the Green Bay keeper. Neither team would find the back of the net in the first half. Things are all locked up going into the locker room. Second half now, another long cross for Weiss. Great control from the team captain, but again, too soft of a shot to get the Cats on the board. Final minutes still locked in at 0-0. Owen Nover breaks past the Green Bay defense, sends in the cross, which finds the head of Christopher Thagard, but a bit too strong as it clears the crossbar. And despite outshooting the opponent 18-4, the number 12 Cats would settle for a 0-0 draw against UW Green Bay, staying undefeated but moving to 8-0-3 on the season. The number 12 Cats will stay home as they welcome Rutgers to town on Sunday.
All sports are in full force, but basketball season is just around the corner. SportsNight's own Raj Ganikar and Bria Losick traveled downtown to the Chicago Media Tip-Off Luncheon Wednesday to get a look ahead on the upcoming men's and women's seasons. Men's team head coach Chris Collins said despite last season's successes, it was time to turn the page. And with 6 new faces coming in, he said his squad is hungry for another successful season.
Once you taste a little bit of it, and then you got new guys as well that haven't been a part of it, you want to remain that level of success. And they understand how hard it is, and we got a lot of work to do, and it's a long way away. But I've been noticing from the workouts and from the preseason, these guys, they still got an edge, and they still got a hunger to them to accomplish even more, which is exciting.
Wildcats point guard Boo Buie was present for the afternoon. Buie made headlines when he announced his return for a 5th year in Evanston. He said he felt his time was not up yet.
4 years have kind of been some of the best moments of like my basketball career, and just the support that the community has given me and the teammates, like coming back to my teammates, I knew that was going to be awesome. So just based on the year we had last year, it was a ton of fun. So who wouldn't want to come back and have another year like that,
Women's basketball head coach Joe McEwen expressed a similar hunger for the season, and that after a 9-21 finish last season, it was time to realign with program tradition.
When I built this program, our goal is to win Big Ten championships, get to the NCAA tournament, play in the postseason. We've done all those things. It's time to do it again.
Both Cats basketball squads will be in action in just under a month, playing exhibition matches to get the season started.
The women's golf team had their home tournament at the Windy City Collegiate Classic at the Glenview Golf Club in Gulf, Illinois. The team was looking for some improvements coming off a tie for 12th place finish at their last opening event last month. And they came out swinging. The Cats totaled an impressive 3-round score of 841, 23 under par, to secure a solo second finish in the tournament. They fell to the leading UCLA Bruins by 9 shots and were just a single shot clear of the rest of the field. Individually, junior Lauren Nguyen had an incredible showing. A final round 69 was enough to give her a 2-shot victory in the individual rankings. She was 11 under par on the tournament. She was joined in good form by senior Jennifer Kai, who finished tied for 20th for the first event, and first-year Ashley Yun, who finished tied for 27th. The Cats will next play at the Illini Invitational in Medina, Illinois on Monday and Tuesday.
After 5th and 6th place finishes to begin the season, the men's golf team was looking for a solid week at the Fighting Irish Classic this past Sunday and Monday. After 3 rounds of golf at the Warren Course in South Bend, Indiana, the Cats put together a solid 3-under team performance. That result put them in a tied for second, 7 shots behind the winning Tennessee Volunteers. But there was only one Wildcat who really stood out. Sophomore Ethan Tung tied the Northwestern men's golf record by shooting a 62 in the final round. That is 8 shots under par. He did so in the final round of the tournament, jumping from even par to 8 under to win the tournament, his first collegiate victory. Fellow sophomore Daniel Svard also had a solid showing, finishing in solo 4th at 4th under. The team next tees it up on October 13th at the Golf Club of Georgia Collegiate Invitational. We're going to take a quick break, but when we're back, we'll bump our way back to Welsh Ryan for some volleyball action.
My narrative since I've been locked up and kind of made my transition has been like redemption, accountability.
When I come into the classroom environment, every individual that sits amongst me takes education seriously.
Welcome back. Hope you guys didn't miss us too much. Still got lots of Cats to cover, so let's keep that wheel turning.
The Cats had a tough start to Big Ten play, and they look to get back on the right track against Michigan State and Purdue. 9-4 MSU taking on 6-6 Northwestern from Welsh Ryan Arena. Avery Hernandez serve received by Nalani Yoshia. Taylor Hold'em kill attempt blocked by Leilani Dodson. Northwestern up 16-10 in set 1. Julia San Giacomo's kill attempt is foiled. Kennedy Hill set-winning block. NU wins 25-21. Spartans went on a run late in set 2 despite a close affair. Back and forth point, but attack error on Avery Hernandez gives MSU the point. The Cats made things interesting with 2 points to go, but an attack error on Catherine Randor gives the Spartans the second set. After review, Northwestern gets to set point in an airtight third frame, but Spartans weren't done just yet. MSU forces extras. Spartans in front 26-25 in set 3. Northwestern down to its last point, but a service error on San Giacomo gives the visitors the third set. Michigan State scored 3 in a row, but never count out the Cardiac Cats. A good dig from Wright sets up San Giacomo, who drops the hammer. MSU can't field it, and the Wildcats force a 5th set. Spartans began the final frame with a 13-7 advantage, but the Wildcats would come all the way back. A great dig by Alexa Rousseau prevented the set point. Avery Hernandez notched the kill, tying things up. Northwestern's efforts were all for naught. A block error by Kennedy Hill set up a match point after some rallying. A volley by Ellie Stinson fell wide, giving the Spartans the win in a marathon match. The Wildcats fell to 6-7 and 0-3 in Big Ten play, the first time the squad had lost its first 3 conference matchups since 2019. Volleyball then traveled west to Lafayette to take on Purdue. Ellie Stinson serves, 10-10 the score in the first set. Ball comes to San Giacomo, bumps it over, then Maddie Chin registers the kill against her former team. Fast forward to set 3, set point. Lauren Carter with the serve, a set by Purdue, and a block from Julia San Giacomo gives control back to the Cats. Avery Hernandez reaches up, then drops the hammer for the Northwestern win. Well into set 4 now, Stinson behind the line again, serves, then San Giacomo leaves Purdue helpless as Northwestern extends the lead. Set point, Northwestern well ahead, Purdue bumps around and returns the serve. Stinson sends it up, then Hernandez sends it over, and the Boilermakers cannot come up with it. The Cats force the 5th set. Close score now, Northwestern serve. Diving stop by Purdue, sent back over, bumped by Rousseau, then hammered by San Giacomo for a Northwestern point. This point could decide the match. Northwestern serve, Purdue with 2 passes, Stinson with a save, but knocked out of bounds. But hold on just a second. After review, the call is overturned, and the Cats overtake Purdue in an absolute stunner. Following those back-to-back 5-set matches, volleyball will travel to Ann Arbor to take on the Michigan Wolverines.
Let's bring it back to the footy, shall we? Northwestern's women's soccer had a frustrating week, and they look to get back to winning ways against in-state rival Illinois and the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Northwestern women's soccer took on Illinois at Martin Stadium. The Cats were looking to bounce back after 2 consecutive losses to Big Ten opponents. We'll pick this one up with 22 minutes to play in the first half. Del Carmen, in the middle of the field, hits a beautiful pass to Ella Haas, who beats her defender. Running in the open field, she shoots with her left foot, and it's saved by Julia Chili. Illinois with the free kick before the half. Person crosses it into the box. Archibald with the header, but it goes right into the hands of Fitzpatrick. The Cats in Illini remain scoreless at the half. Illinois looks to get on the board early as Archibald dribbles and rips a shot with her left foot, but it goes right into the hands of Fitzpatrick yet again. Under 5 minutes to play with the game still scoreless, Josie Alessino takes the corner for Northwestern. She rips it back to the back post where Emma Phillips heads it, but it goes over the bar. Neither team would go on to score, and this one would finish tied at 0. Northwestern outshot Illinois 18-5, but were unable to get one in the net.
Nebraska taking on the Wildcats at Lakeside Field, both teams searching for their second Big Ten win of the season. Midway through the first half, Del Carmen gets a decent look here, but it's gobbled up by Nebraska's Samantha Hawk. A little bit later in the half, great through ball here from Del Carmen to set up Ella Haas with the shot, but Hawk comes in, swooping, and deflects it away. Nebraska free kick now, and Sarah Weber heads it to Eleanor Dale, who powers it home for the game's opening goal. Tough break for the defense. And just a minute later, it's Briley Hill of Nebraska slicing through the defense, and she slots it home to double the lead. Cornhuskers up 2-0 at the half. Second half action for you now, and once again, it's Haas behind the defense. But Hawk continues to stonewall the Northwestern attack. 20 minutes later, free kick opportunity, and Emma Phillips heads it home. The first goal for the Wildcats in 3 games. Northwestern trying to knot things up. Haas puts the moves on, but the ball is kicked right to Hawk. No goal once again. Corner kick with 6 minutes to play, and Phillips is there again on the header. The Northwestern defender puts herself one away from a hat trick. Game tied at 2, and the Cornhuskers trying to answer back. Weber shakes free and finds a wide open Dale, and the nation's top scorer nets her second goal of the match. Northwestern falls 3-2 in a heartbreaker. The Cats are back in action tonight with a road game against Wisconsin. The Cats are trying to pick up their first win in nearly 3 weeks tonight as they battle against the 20th ranked Wisconsin Badgers in Madison.
The cross-country team headed down Lakeshore Drive for the Loyola Lakefront Invitational. The Wildcats ran 2 teams and had 4 runners place in the top 30 between the 2 squads. In the Tom Cooney 6K Championship, Katherine Hessler led the Wildcats with 16th overall finish. The senior ran a personal best of 20 minutes and 12 seconds. Kalia Bartolodo also ran a personal record and finished 26th. In the Gold Division 6K, grad transfer Rachel Cecil was the first Wildcat to cross the finish line in 21st place. Junior Dipti Chaudhary followed right behind in 22nd place. After a week off, the Wildcats returned to the trail for the Bradley Pink Classic on Friday, October 13th.
And women's tennis kicked off the season last weekend, competing in both the Notre Dame Invitational and ITA All-American Championships in Cary, North Carolina. In Indiana, Sydney Pratt had a fantastic weekend, winning all 3 of her singles matches. On the weekend, Kylie Rabjohns won a single match on Friday, also adding 2 victories in doubles play when joined by Elisa Van Meeteren and Nina Feldman. In Carolina, Christina Han and Justine Lung each captured impressive singles wins. Han looked dominant, defeating Syracuse's Polina Kozhreva, while Lung defeated a preseason top 100 player in Clemson's Eleni Lauka. Next up, the Wildcats travel to East Lansing, Michigan for the ITA Midwest Regional Championships, kicking off on October 12th.
Leo, I've caught something, but it wasn't a ball.
What'd you catch?
Cats fever, baby. Let's see how we can catch these cats. I know we have some dedicated Cats fans out there, so you guys should travel to Iowa City for a top 5 field hockey matchup between Northwestern and Iowa.
On Sunday, head to Ryan Field for the homecoming weekend matchup between Howard and the Cats.
Finally wrap up this travel-filled weekend with some footy by the lake as the number 12 men's soccer team takes on Rutgers. Go catch those Cats.
Trying to work my way out of the prison system was the most difficult challenge of my life. It only became tangible once I became a Northwestern student.
Welcome back to the show. Leo, do you know what time it is, Leo?
7:30?
No, silly, it's Plays of the Week right now. At number 3, 6th ranked Penn State heads to Evanston. Opening kickoff and the Wildcats defense forces a fumble. The first turnover Penn State has given up all year.
At number 2, volleyball looking for the reverse sweep. They've come all the way back, and Julia San Giacomo with her 33rd kill of the game, second most in a single match in program history.
And at number 1, men's soccer facing off against Maryland. The ball lands at the feet of Colin McCamey, who drills a rocket of a shot into the top left corner of the net. Wildcats jump out to the lead. Oh man, Leo, I think it's time to say goodbye. When will I see you again?
Well, probably when you walk across the hall and knock on my door and ask me how to use Adobe Premiere in about half an hour.
Oh my gosh, well, you're not wrong. Well, thank you all for tuning into the first show of the season.
Be sure to check us out on Twitter at NNN Sports and on Instagram at NNN_sports. For Raghav Khosla, I'm Leo Tesler. We'll see you next week. Go Cats.